your hand! Stop! Let me see your hand!
Entitled cops often abuse their power, but what happens when a higher authority steps in? Here are 4 times when entitled cops got humbled by higher authority.
Public property.
It is public property, but when you start recording our perimeter and our gates and what our activities are, it's a concern to us.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason.
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license? I can see.
This is Officer Todd Hins from the St. Louis Park Police Department. On May 20th, 2020, a First Amendment auditor was filming in the vicinity of the St. Louis Park Police Department's premises when Officer Hins approached him. Officer Hins was concerned about the auditor's filming and alleged that filming the cops' activities poses a threat to their safety. Watch how the confrontation unravels.
Hello.
What's going on?
Not much, just walking around.
Videotaping the police department's not a good idea.
Why? You guys are friendly people.
We are, but why are we doing this?
Why wouldn't we?
Because it's a security issue for us.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think so.
It is.
It's public property.
It is public property, but when you start recording our perimeter and our gates and what our activities are, it's a concern to us.
I've only been here for about 15 minutes.
Right. We had officers that drove by and saw you pulling out of here, walking out of here, and said that you were recording them as they left.
I did.
Yeah, and that's an issue. Why are we doing that?
I don't have to have a reason.
You don't have a reason.
I don't have to have one.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license? I can see.
I don't.
What is your name?
I'm not going to give that to you.
You're not going to give it to me.
No. Why would I give it to you? I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, you're recording our property, you're recording our building,
Sure.
and it's a security issue for us.
Am I being detained?
You are.
Okay.
Until I can get you identified.
And what's
find out
your
who you are.
reasonable...
Officer Hins asks the reason for filming, to which the auditor replies he doesn't have any particular reason. Officer Hins then requests to show his driver's license or ID himself. However, filming in public is a First Amendment protected activity. For those who don't know, the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment grants citizens the rights of freedom of speech and freedom of the press. The auditor argues that he cannot identify since he hasn't done anything wrong. Observe how Officer Hins is about to get humbled.
Because I want to make sure that
Particular
you're
rule
not
suspicion.
doing something that's a problem for our law enforcement community.
So in order to detain somebody, you have to have a law that you're investigating, correct? So which law are you... What law do you suspect me of breaking?
Are you looking to create a problem here for us? Or
No,
what are
not
you
at
trying
all.
to
I'm
do?
being polite and cordial.
I'm
And
being polite and cordial too, so I'm asking for
being a
your
little
name and date of
difficult.
birth so we can identify you.
I don't need to.
and be on our way.
Why would I need to identify myself?
Because I'm asking you to identify yourself.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Todd Hines. My badge number is 200.
Okay. Your name and badge
We're
number?
recording you just like you're recording
Good.
us.
Okay, good.
So
Okay. Well, I mean, I'd like to be on my way to go. I mean, you have to have
are you
reasonable...
refusing to identify yourself?
Well, there's no need to.
3916. Can we get
Are you a
Sergeant Daniel?
supervisor? Okay. You just called for a supervisor?
I did.
Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you bet.
I don't have any ill will. I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm
What's
not
the problem
armed.
with identifying yourself?
I don't need to.
You don't need to.
No, it's my right to not.
Oh, so you're looking to create problems is what you're doing.
No, you're just accusing me of that.
Absolutely, because you're refusing to identify yourself.
That's not against the law.
It's obstructing legal process if we have a reason to ask you.
What's your reason? I've
To
asked you that.
identify you. I just told you.
No,
you're-
but I asked you...
You're recording our property.
I have to
you're
identify
recording what we're
myself.
doing,
Correct. And I
and
have to
asked you
identify myself
yourself.
if you have
And you're
a
refusing.
reasonable,
I do.
articulable suspicion. And what is that?
You're looking to create problems, is what you're doing.
Is that what I'm doing? By just
that's
filming
my
and
opinion.
exercising my First Amendment rights?
That is my opinion, yes.
Okay. Well, the good thing is the law doesn't go off your opinion.
But it does when you're obstructing our requests.
You can't... You can request, right? But it's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order at this point.
If
And as soon as my sergeant gets up
Sure.
here, he's going to tell you the same thing.
Okay.
Okay? But you're not free to leave. You are correct.
I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not gonna, I'm not like that.
All right? Nope, that's fine. So what's the problem with identifying yourself?
I just
You
don't,
don't have to.
I just don't need to.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I haven't broken any laws, and you just said you...
Nope, nobody said you broke any laws. I just said that your activity is suspicious to us.
Okay,
It's a
and is that a
concern for
misdemeanor or a
it's-
felony?
Listen, it's a concern for our safety and our welfare.
And I'm not here to do any ill will. I've told you that.
We don't know that.
I've told you that.
You could be, who knows? I
Well,
don't
sure.
know.
But, I mean, anyone going by here. Do you think I would be out in the
But they're
open
not all
just
recording
in the
our
middle of
activities.
daylight?
They're not recording our activities.
It's the middle of the daylight. I'm not hiding anything. I've literally hid nothing.
Believe me, people commit crimes in the middle of the daylight too.
Fair enough. Well, like I said, you're not
Sergeant,
accusing me of anything, which I get, and I appreciate you saying that, but that even more so just says that I don't have to identify myself. It's my First Amendment to film public officials doing what they do.
We'll see what the sergeant
Sure.
has to say here when he gets here.
Yeah, but I won't video you. No, you're good. Why do you get the sweet car?
This gentleman's got a First Amendment right, he says, to videotape our activities around the police department and is refusing to identify himself so that we know who we're dealing with.
Okay, you don't want to identify yourself? Who you
Well,
are?
I don't need to. He said he doesn't suspect me of a crime or anything, and
Okay, I'm just asking.
No, but no, sir, I
I'm
don't.
just asking. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
All right,
Okay.
have a nice day.
My name's John, by the way. Thanks. Take care, guys.
Cooperation, America.
What's that?
Thanks for your cooperation.
Sergeant, what was your name and badge number?
Sergeant Data, badge number 239.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
Officer Hinz asked the auditor multiple times to identify themselves. However, the auditor kept denying it. Later, Officer Hinz's sergeant arrives at the scene. The auditor confidently exercises his right to film public officials, and the officers eventually let him go without taking further action. If you think this was the only entitled cop who got humbled by the higher authority, wait until you watch this next case.
Mr. Walker, what is your concern today?
I'm concerned. I'm a state representative. It happens to be in my district.
Okay.
I don't have to state anything else. But I'm
Well, I'm being
concerned.
polite, just engaging you in
That's fine.
conversation.
But
There's
I
no
don't-
need to be rude.
But I'm not. You don't have to be. But I'm here just as an observer.
These are officers from the Little Rock Police Department. On September 26, 2016, several officers were conducting a traffic stop in Little Rock, Arkansas. John Walker, an attorney and state representative, noticed the scene across the street and began filming the officers as they proceeded with the stop, which ultimately led to the driver's arrest. The officers, seemingly disturbed by being filmed, approached Mr. Walker to ask about his intentions. Watch how the interaction is about to get filthy.
This happened to me, by the way. I observed some policemen in Pine Bluff arresting a few black boys 10 years ago. You pull up the case, Walker versus Pine Bluff, and they arrested me for just watching.
Oh, I'm not good. You have total right to do exactly what you're doing. Do you understand the circumstances of our
I don't
stop?
know. I don't know. I just want to see it. But 5 cops for 1 man? No.
Well, actually,
5 cops for 1 man?
what's going on is both the young officers that you see over there are in training. And there's only 4 of us if you count us. There's only 4.
Well, there were 5.
No, there's only been 4.
Must be that law.
Both me and this officer are training.
All right.
They're in training. So we ride double.
That's fine.
Or there'd just be 2 of us.
All right.
Now, in this particular stop, this gentleman was pulled over because he doesn't have tags on his car. Okay? So a quick check to see why he hasn't tagged his car led to a warrant that he has for his arrest. That's why he's in that car. He's been treated with nothing but respect from the
I'm
get-go.
not questioning that. I see the traffic being stopped or at least impeded in a way, but it's not necessary.
Well, if you
Well,
read the traffic laws, that's an emergency vehicle.
so
It's allowed to park like that.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying.
But you're a lawyer, so you probably knew that
I
already.
understand that, but all I'm saying is, it's not a real big deal.
Well, it appears to be.
It's every time multiple people arrest a black man now, and I'm around, I'm going to take pictures.
Sure.
I am, because there have been too many killings. The killings on 12th Street, the killings on Asher Avenue.
Mr. Walker, have you ever been a police officer?
It doesn't matter about
No,
being
it does
a police
matter.
officer. I've been arrested.
You can answer the question or not. I don't care. But until you walk a mile in the shoes of a police officer, you have no idea what goes on.
No, I know.
You have no idea what goes on.
You don't need.
You're the type of person that goes ahead and tries to exploit this to where it causes chaos and nothing like that. You just try to. You're a race baiter, is what you are. Okay.
You told me whatever you.
I'm just telling you like it is, Mr. Walker.
How can it be? How can that be a race?
Because you perpetuate the situation.
No.
You try to catch officers up short when they're not having any problems.
Wait a minute, you're not going to provoke me today.
I'm not trying to provoke you. You're the one that's out here trying to provoke police officers, and it's not going to happen either.
Wait a minute. What have I done to try to provoke?
You sit there filming it.
Let me ask you this.
And this is not the first time you've done that. You've done this ever since I've been down here. I started in '94. You've been doing this ever since then.
We passed the law.
Okay.
One law that I passed in the legislature was that we could record everything.
I don't care if you record,
Right now.
but you're doing it
How
to
is that
provoke.
provo- how
You're
is
doing
that
it to provoke.
But that's
Because
your
you're a
job.
race baiter, sir.
Well,
Let me
you
ask
told
you
me.
this. Let me ask you
I didn't ask you. I
Would
didn't
you
invite you
stop?
over.
Would
I
you have
didn't invite
stopped
you over
today?
here.
Would
I
you have
would've-
stopped today and videoed had this been a young white male?
I don't know.
That's right.
Because all I
Thank you.
know is that I
Let's go back.
stopped.
That's all I needed to hear. That's all I need. That's all I needed to hear. You're only here to cause trouble. So you are welcome. You are welcome to sit here and film all you want to. We're done. We're done. Come on.
But look, I didn't know who was in that car.
We didn't know the
but
race.
it's not necessary. No, you can
We
say
didn't know
that.
the race of the person driving the car.
Look.
Okay? And you can say, look, or you did know, or whatever you want.
Create an
It's a
incident
simple
report.
fact.
Create an
You can't
incident
you
report.
can't look through a window and with a darkened window and see who is in the vehicle.
Anytime you
Okay?
arrest people in this area,
It's
the
a-
arrests
it's a-
in this
it's a 50-50
area are
shot.
far
Boom.
greater than anything else.
All you do is try to provoke people. Okay? That's
But
all
I
you
tell you
do.
what, if you need our assistance, you give us a call. We'll be there
By all
for you.
means, if you need help, call us. We'll help you.
We'll be there anytime you need our help.
After learning the reason for Mr. Walker's recording, the officers allowed him to continue. However, when Mr. Walker and another attorney named Shakur, who had joined him, attempted to move onto a nearby sidewalk for a better view, the officers asked them to leave. When Mr. Walker refused to comply, despite exercising his First Amendment right to film as a citizen, watch how the officers responded.
How do you say that?
How are you? What's your name, Miss Lawrence?
You just said it.
What's your first name?
Jay.
Jay. Okay. Are you a trainee?
Did you want to have it?
Where are the cameras? Where were the cameras before? They weren't always on.
The camera is always on.
The video camera.
All right, Mr. Walker, just step back here to my vehicle.
You don't have to hold me. I'll go myself.
Hang on a second. Jason,
Oh.
Jason, you want him back there?
I think he put the other guy back
You want
there.
him back there with him?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Walker.
This
right up
man
against the car
is
right
a
there.
Marvin Shakir. He's also a lawyer in the office.
Mr. Walker, if you just lean back against the car right there. Got another unit of transport coming here.
You mean lean forward?
I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you.
You mean lean forward or lean back?
You lean backward.
But if I lean backward, I'll be leaning into you.
Sir?
If I lean backward, I'll be
When
leaning
you
into
turn
you.
around and lean against the vehicle if you want to.
Just stand up. I don't like coming up to me.
701 South Pine Street. 701 South Pine Street. Semi gonna get quick stress on that. Not gonna get quick stress.
Mr. Walker, you've been doing this long enough. You know
This
better
is the
than
exact
walk.
situation that
Better
happened.
than walk
This
up
is the
into
exact
officer traffic stop. Chaz,
This is the
Chaz,
exact situation that happened.
He's beating the car. Do you not feel him beating the
be all
car?
at once. I want that microphone here
Okay.
with Mr. Walker.
No, you don't have to have me say
Oh, yes, sir, I
anything.
do. But you
Well-
know, you've been doing this long enough. You know you don't walk up in an officer's traffic
I
stop.
was not in walking in an officer's traffic stop.
Yes,
I walked
you were.
across the street and I was standing on the sidewalk.
Sir,
I was standing on
You're
the
interfering
sidewalk.
with the
I am
government
not
operations.
interfering with governmental
Yes, sir, you
operations.
are. Well, you're gonna
But
get charged
standing
for
up.
it,
But
so.
I understand you're going to charge me with it.
are y'all here to do our transport? Okay, never mind. I see him back over here. We've got two ones here. He wants to come over and interfere with our operation, so.
No, that is not true.
Are y'all here to do our stop?
Yeah, over here.
All right, do our transport. Y'all take him. Make sure your camera and microphone are on at all times.
All right. Yes, sir. You will let him pat him down. Can you step over here for me, sir? I've already been patted down and been... No, you're fine. I'm Officer Sanders, sir. Just for training purposes, I'm going to let my officer Lakey pat you down here a second. Before we let you have a seat. All right. I'll be honest with you. If you like, you want to put him in that position. I'll see him. Walk over here for me, sir.
So they're recording from over here on the side while we're doing it. Him and the other guy in his car. And then they decided to walk over right in the middle of the cars. And they're like, don't come over here. You're impeding in our operation. Move away. I'm not impeding. And then this guy said he got a right to be here. So.
Mr. Walker and Mr. Shakur were arrested, with Mr. Walker being informed that he would be charged with interfering with government operations. The following day, the police chief issued an apology letter to Mr. Walker, stating that he should not have been arrested, that the charges against him would be dropped, and that an internal investigation had been initiated. However, Mr. Walker stated the arrest to be unlawful and refused to accept the apology as the charges against Mr. Shakur had not been dropped. A few days later, the charges against both men were dismissed. The outcome of the internal investigation remains unknown. If you think this was the height of entitled cops getting owned by higher authority, then you probably haven't heard of this next case.
Just put your hands on the car for me. Right here, come right here. Just put it right there on the car. It's pretty easy. You got no weapons? Okay. No, don't. Hold on. Come back. Listen, bro. Listen, come back. Put your hands on the car. Put your hands on the car. Spread your feet. Don't move, bro. I got one running. Hey, stop! Let me see your hand! Stop! Let me see your hand! Let me see your hand! Gun!
This is an officer from the Marion County Sheriff's Office. On October 24, 2023, a deputy conducted a traffic stop on a dirt bike in Marion County, Florida. The driver, identified as 26-year-old Rasheem Edwards, was unable to provide a valid form of ID. During the traffic stop, Mr. Edwards fled on foot toward a field where a youth sports practice was taking place. A deputy pursued him, and after a short chase, Mr. Edwards attempted to pull out a firearm he had on his hip. In the process, he fumbled the weapon, causing it to drop to the ground. Watch what happens next.
10:50. It'll be a dirt bike. I'll be at the Ray Camp and Emerald Road. One black male, blue shirt. What's up, man? No, stay over there, bro. Stay over there. Don't move. What's going on, man? Where are you coming from?
I didn't let it park.
And you know you're not supposed to drive this on the road. It's not registered, right?
No. I thought you could have less than 50cc.
50cc? You drive on the road with no registration, nothing at all?
I was just going to the gas station.
The gas station?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have your ID on you, man?
No. I live right there.
You have nothing in your name on there?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, alright, that's cool.
I think I have my bank card.
Okay.
I have it on me. You want to follow me to my house out here?
Let me see. You got an ID right there, right?
Yeah, that's my brother Jamaican ID.
That's your what?
That's my brother Jamaican ID.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Okay, where is it? Can you check his? Let me get the flashlight for you, bro. So you can look good. There you go. Because you can't barely see in that thing. There you go, man. I just needed like some identification, you know.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be driving down the road, man. It's
Yeah,
not,
you know what?
registered, you know.
I know. I was gonna turn right here, right through the grass. I don't have it on me right now.
You don't have nothing on you right now? All right, man. Just get off the bike for me.
Okay.
Just set it. You can set it down. Yeah. Just put your hands on the car for me. Right here. Come right here. Just put it right there on the car. Just put your feet. You got no weapons?
Okay.
No,
Wait,
don't.
hold on.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm not
Come
going
back.
nowhere.
Come back. Come back. Come back. Come
No, I'm
back.
not
Listen,
going
listen,
nowhere,
bro.
bro.
Listen. Come back. Come back. Put your hands on the car. Put your hands on the car. Spread your feet. Don't move, bro. I got one running. Hey, stop! Let me see your hands! Stop! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Gun!
Get out! Get out!
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Get out!
Shots fired.
Let me see your hands!
Go! 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 Don't move!
Hey, turn around! Hold on! Hey, stay away! Stay away! Spread your hands! Spread your hands!
1054. Go to Mary Camp and Emerald Road near the short district office. Shots
Hey, everybody
fired.
get back! Everybody, thank you, man.
10-4, Mary Camp and Emerald.
Spread your hands! Spread your hands! Spread your hands! Put your hands behind your back!
Let me make a call, please.
Put your hands behind your back!
Get your hands out, dude.
Put your hands behind your back! On your back! I said on your back! Here you go! Here you go!
Mr. Edwards immediately reached down to pick up the firearm, at which point the pursuing deputy shot him. He was transported to a local hospital where he later succumbed to his injuries. The deputy was placed on paid administrative leave. Mr. Edwards, a convicted felon with a prior attempted burglary conviction in New York, was prohibited by law from possessing the firearm. The officer's identity was kept confidential. The proceedings of this case are not known. If you think this was the last deputy who got humbled by higher authority, then you probably aren't aware of this next case. These are officers from the Tukwila Police Department. On August 22, 2014, Officer Frank and Officer Bamer responded to a call informing regarding a man in the Tukwila UPS freight yard, Washington, walking around, yelling and dancing. Upon their arrival at the scene, the cops met an individual named Tara. Mr. Tara did not work there, however. He was being confronted by several of the workers from the freight yard. Watch what the deputies do to him when they confront him.
came in and said, hey, there's a guy going crazy out in the yard. I followed him out, and asked him what he was doing. And he basically told me that trailer right there was going to open up and I asked him to back off, and I told him to shoot in my yard. I thought maybe he was a customer. He started getting on me,
Officer Frank forced Mr. Tara onto the patrol car hood and slammed him to the pavement, repeatedly punching him. Meanwhile, Officer Bamer deployed his taser, striking Mr. Tara's stomach and thigh. He was hospitalized for injuries, including dog bites, and was initially charged with assault, but those charges were later dismissed. He later went on to file a lawsuit against the Tukwila Police Department and the officer involved. The Tukwila Police Department agreed to pay $100,000 in October, which includes attorney fees, as a settlement for this incident. It's disturbing to see cops overstepping their bounds and then getting humbled by a higher authority than them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more. Goodbye.